Greetings, people of the internet. This is Scott with Serkworks Art Labs. Welcome to the underground laboratory where I create robots, aliens, zombies, and other imminent threats to humanity. And today, we're not just going to create one of those things. We are going to create two of those things, specifically robots and aliens. Two different sketches. I've got the little alien guy here and the little robot guy, and we are going to drop these. We're going to do an art drop, and if you guys aren't familiar with that, I'll talk about this. I'll show you how this sketch in particular, I'll take you from start to finish on this sketch. But what we're going to do is we're going to go out in the real world and we're going to drop these out. Now, as you know, being here in the underground lair, I'm confined down here. I really can't get out much, very difficult. But what I can do is go to an alternate dimension where I can do that. And the way we do that is with our trusty paralleloscope, which allows us to visit parallel universes much like ours, but one where I'm free to roam outside amongst you guys and drop these off. So hopefully maybe somebody can find one of these. But let's see what happens by going into the paralleloscope. So let's take a look. Okay, Art Drop Day 2016. It kind of crept on me, slipped my mind, but I managed to find a sketch, so let's go hide this somewhere.
Okay, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm going to drop it. I'm at this Norterra shopping center. There's all these stars right here. I'm going to drop it at one of these. Which one will it be? I don't know. So anyways, yeah, this is Norterra in Phoenix, North Phoenix. Oh, that looks like a good place over there. How about right there? Alright, so I made one delivery for Art Drop Day, just one that I happen to have with me, but then I got home and I want to do one more, so I pulled this out of my stack of sketches. So I'm going to drop this, actually in my hometown of Surprise, Arizona, so I got to find a good place, and we're wasting daylight because it's getting close to dusk, so I want to put this somewhere before it gets too dark, so let's go. Alright, so I am at Sonic drive-thru right now. Try to get a coffee shake. They used to have them, but I guess they don't have them anymore. I haven't been here in forever. But I'm going to do an art drop here, so probably the next lucky person that pulls up in the stall, or whatever you call these places, is going to get the drawing. So anyway, alright, you know where I am? I am at Sonic Drive-In, and I just put my little piece right there, so the next person that pulls into the stall is going to get it, and got a shake while I'm at it. So coconut cream pie, not too bad. Not the coffee, wish they still had the coffee, but coconut cream pie will do.
Alright, so despite not knowing what day it was, I did manage to get not one but two sketches out in the real world. So how did it go? Well, I really like this whole idea of Art Drop Day, and if you guys aren't familiar with it, this was started by Jake Parker, who is also the guy who started Inktober and I don't know, a bunch of other stuff. But so I've done it. I've been aware of it for like 3 years. The first year, I think I hid like 4 different drawings, and it was really cool because, you know, of course you post. What you do is you hide it somewhere for somebody to find, post it on Instagram or Facebook, whatever, and then hopefully somebody who appreciates art will find it and enjoy it. So the first year, which was a couple years back that I did it, I think it might have been I'm not sure, I think it might have been the first art drop, and I became aware of it. Anyway, the first Art Drop Day. And I've done a couple art drops here and there, just random. But as far as the official Art Drop Day, I think a couple years ago I did it. I hid 4 pieces of artwork, and I think 2 that I know of were claimed. And what was crazy was it was like one person found both drawings, and when I say it's crazy, that's because, I mean, these weren't, I didn't even hide them in the same city. You know, I drove to the East Valley in Arizona, and then kind of Central, and then west. So I picked some cool spots, and just somebody was following me on Instagram and found them, and sent me an email and everything, and some pictures, and that was really cool. So really enjoyed it. And then the year after that, kind of like what almost happened this year, it totally just slipped my mind, and I didn't see it coming up, which is kind of a bummer because I really do enjoy doing it and participating in that and everything. But this year, so I hid those 2 drawings, and because it was sort of a last minute thing, I didn't really get to think too much about where to hide them. And I think the key is to hide them somewhere where somebody who like I said, appreciates art can find them. So one year I hid them, and this one I wasn't sure if it was found or not. I'm sure it was found. But one year I actually went to a public library and I hid it in one of Jake Parker's books, his Missile Mouse books. So they may have not found it till months later, depending on whenever somebody checked out that book, unless they were on social media. And of course, my reach on social media isn't huge, especially back then. It was even less. Somebody like Jake Parker, who has who knows how many followers, hundreds of thousands, I guess, whatever. He can post something, it'll be found right away. I'm not quite at that level yet. Hopefully I'll get there someday. We'll see. But anyway, so this year I didn't really get to hide them. Another good place is maybe going into like art supply or craft store, and like I saw somebody hide them in a pad of paper, like an illustration board or something, because obviously if somebody's buying an illustration board, they're into art, so they can appreciate that. This, for me, I just kind of put them wherever, where I kind of had a limited amount of time. So the first one I just hid in like a planner in a shopping center, but I didn't get any. No one claimed them. There was a little thing in the back that told what it was all about and everything. I just hope somebody, whether you take the trouble to let the person know, I just hope somebody found it that, again, appreciate it, because for all somebody could just, what's this? It's garbage, throw it away. I hit another one, well, you saw it in the video, but I hit another one at a Sonic drive-in, and I was out in my hometown, Surprise, Arizona, and there was this giant windmill out there, and I wanted to hide it there, but then when I got to it, you couldn't really get up to the windmill. I thought you could, but it was kind of enclosed and around bushes and stuff. So, and it was getting late, so I'm like, well, I don't want to just leave this out here. I want to put it somewhere so somebody definitely could find it. So I went to the Sonic, and I figured anyone, and they're pretty busy, especially around dinner time or whatever. So I stuck it there. So again, hopefully somebody found it. Again, somebody could think it's like, I would hope somebody can understand that it's not like somebody putting a flyer somewhere. I guess you could take it as advertising because it's got my website stuff, but it's like a gift, I mean, and I'll sell these sketches for $30-$40 or whatever. So if somebody put $40 and put it on a wall, no one's going to complain about it. But anyway, so didn't get any response yet, but hopefully somebody found it and appreciates it and everything. But that's part of the thing when you do this. So, but in the future, hopefully I'll my reach will grow a little bit. Maybe I'll have some people like that first year that just so happen to. And if I kind of let people know ahead of time that I'm going to be doing this, a day in advance, then people can be watching my social media. If anyone's local, they can kind of find that. But I should do more of these, like when I go out of town and stuff. I didn't even really think about that. When I was in California not too long ago, I met with Kevin Cross, and we went to that Del Toro Museum. I should have dropped something there. That would have been a perfect place to do it. But anyway, so Art Drop Day, a lot of fun. But I'm really big into these challenges. And coming up, like I said, October is Inktober. I want to do that. I also do, I've done March of Robots, which is really fun. But I was even thinking of starting my own, but I'm still playing around with some ideas. I was talking to some people about maybe doing one where you draw aliens, because I've got, I've got this alien here, but, my whole channel is about robots, aliens, zombies, and other imminent threats to humanity. I did a lot of zombie sketches for my Kickstarter for Young and the Dead, my comic book. which is about kids versus zombies. And I did the whole March of Robots. So I've got a lot of zombies and robot sketches, not so many aliens. And at some point I do want to put out a book that's robots, aliens, zombies, and other imminent threats to humanity. And it's, each one of those is a chapter. So I've got to get some more alien sketches and stuff, and some other, something in that other category, so I can kind of compile them and someday put a book. It's not top priority, but it's definitely something I want to do. So I don't know. I'm thinking of different challenges and stuff, and I've got some ideas, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I would encourage everyone to kind of participate in some of these challenges. Specifically the ones like Inktober or March of Robots, where you do something every day for a month. It really, it gets you moving. It gets you to, put stuff out there, and then at the end of the month, you've got 30 or 31 drawings. Or if the challenge is in February 28, or if it's leap year 29, whatever. But yeah, they're a lot of fun. So I would definitely encourage everyone to take part in challenges or start your own. But the art drop thing is fun, and it'd be fun to have more people doing just art drop in general and everything. But anyway, we're kind of getting close. I'm inking this thing. I should have been talking about what I'm doing here. So this is sort of an alien in sort of kind of a walker type device. It's got legs and everything, and he's kind of got that mastermind. He's definitely an alien mad scientist, almost the way his hands are, in that kind of, I don't know what you call that, fingers touching position. There's got to be a term for that. But anyway, I always like that pose. But so yeah, I really do like drawing these kind of mechs and all these mechanical type things. But anyway, so the process of this was, pretty much the usual. Sketch it out in pencil. I'm not going to color this one, but then I use my, this one's I'm using a brush. I've been using brush pens lately, so I don't have to keep dipping them, but I can get a little more precise with the brush. I use, this is a Cotman, which is like a watercolor brush. These are a little less expensive than my other brushes, which are the Winsor Newton Series 7, but these work pretty good too. So if you're on a tight budget, the Cotman are pretty good, and sometimes Michael's will have sales, or whatever your local art supply store will have sales for like 50% off, and get those, but they work fine for me. This is like a number 0 or maybe a 1 at the most. I think it's a 0 though. And then I use Deleter Black number 5 ink. It's a manga ink. You can find it online. But yeah, so, and then of course I do the whole sketch, and now I'm just kind of going around it with I like to kind of pop out those outlines, kind of make the outlines bold, and that'll do it. But yeah, I kind of like the way this one came out. So again, hopefully it found a nice home, because I'd hate to see it go in the garbage, because otherwise I would have just kept it myself. Oh, and by the way, if you guys have any suggestions on things you want to see me draw, sometimes I do fan art stuff on Fridays, but if you want like original type stuff, give me suggestions. Maybe we come up with some ideas, and maybe, I'm always looking for cool suggestions on robots and things like that. What's going on? And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, another journey through the paralleloscope. Thanks for joining me here in the underground laboratory. That was a great art drop day, a lot of fun. Hopefully next time it won't sneak up on me so fast, and I'll have a little more time to prepare and really pick some really cool locations. But anyway, all in all, it was a great time. Thanks for joining me. Also, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Comment. Leave those comments. I'll get back to you, and I'll see you guys later. That is all.
Thank you.